Alright, Pokemon investigators, welcome back. You are with Pewter City Jim, and we're going to go ahead and carry on with our playthrough of Detective Pikachu 2, The Return, The Revenge, Electric Boogaloo, times 20, and Knuckles. So I'm a little ill. My voice is probably going to sound like a little bit raspy. Might actually help me with my Pikachu voice, but if you're wondering why I sound kind of gross, that is why. So let's talk to this lady. So we're interviewing the people who have had their Pokemon partners detained. This one was Inteleon's partner. How could this happen?
Excuse me.
Are you okay? Oh, so sorry. I'm just so stressed out. I started muttering to myself. Well, we're actually investigating the recent Pokemon incidents. We'd love to try. Oh, that's too kind. Thank you. What's stressing you out? So what exactly happened? When I got to my shop this morning, I saw that someone had messed up my flowers. So the Pokemon Protection Bureau came and investigated, but how could they accuse my Inteleon? Well, did they take your Inteleon away? Yes, but there's no way he'd ever do such a thing. About Pikachu.
Excuse me.
Did you happen to see Pikachu 2 nights ago, the evening the Slowpoke statue on Fountain Plaza was damaged? I'm sorry, I don't really remember. Okay. About the detained Pokemon. Could you tell us a bit more about your Inteleon? Inteleon's my partner. He's been with me forever since we were both small. He loves flowers and he always waters them so gently for me. I can't even imagine such a sweet Pokemon doing anything bad, but for some reason the PPB is convinced that Inteleon ruined the flowers. Okay. Wow, that's awful. Did anyone actually see Inteleon messing with the flowers? No, not a single eyewitness. But the PPB claims to have proof from some surveillance camera footage. Do you mind if we investigate the scene? We might learn something. Of course I don't mind. It happened right in my flower shop's display. Okay. Let's have a look at the shop's flower display, Tim. Sounds like a good plan. Let's take a look. This must be the flower display the police complained that Inteleon ruined. Okay, let's see what we can see. So I do see a pot that's tipped over. This pot doesn't have very many flowers in it. Some of the flowers have spilled out. I wonder if Inteleon could have done this. Well, there's like a scratch there. That doesn't look like Inteleon. There's a cut in the wall. Looks like it was done by a sharp blade. It's a knife-like cut. Was it Pawnyard again? A blade, huh? You know, Inteleon's tail is kind of knife-like. But my Inteleon never once used its tail like that. Looks like we've checked everything of note here. Let's see, anything... Okay. Here are some potted flowers. They smell really nice. Not if you have hay fever, they don't. Oh, hydrangeas. Looking at these potted flowers near the shop is helping me feel more relaxed. Then we got the little guys over there. I think that might be everything. Nothing on the tree. So it's just those couple things. Oh, we can examine the sign. Nothing about the flower shop's sign seems out of the ordinary here. I'm pretty sure we've checked out everything here. Okay. How could this happen? Oh, okay, so there's nothing there. So we've interviewed her. We looked at the scene. What about you? I can't believe this is happening. Oh, this is Morpeko's partner. Is something wrong? Have you ever had your dearest friend taken away from you? That sounds heartbreaking. I like how he's not like, yeah, I have. Pikachu's your best friend, Tim. You know it. I know, right? And that's exactly what happened to me today. That's terrible. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah, thanks. I think talking through it might help me feel a little better about the sad experience. So, tell me what happened. Some people from the PPB just suddenly showed up today. They rattled off a whole lot of accusations and then told me they were taking away my Morpeko. I had to stop them, but they said they had proof and the law is the law. Morpeko looked so sad and defeated as the police took him away. How awful. Yeah, it really was. About Pikachu.
Excuse me.
Did you happen to see Pikachu 2 nights ago, the evening the Slowpoke statue on the Fountain Plaza was damaged? No, I didn't. I was at home that night. I see. About the detained Pokemon. Could you tell us a bit more about your Morpeko? Morpeko's my partner. He's just a cheerful little guy with a big appetite. I assume that's why the PPB suspected him. What do you mean? Apparently, a Pokemon was causing trouble last night. They said a Pokemon stole someone's food right in front of this very cafe. Morpeko had nothing to do with it, but the PPB wouldn't listen. So that's what happened. When Morpeko's hungry, he does get cranky, and his fur even changes color. But he's never stolen food before, not even once. I can't even imagine that little guy causing trouble for anyone. You don't say. I'll try looking around the scene here. Okay, let's see. So Morpeko supposedly caused some trouble in front of the Hi-Hat Cafe, right? Yeah, let's see if there's any evidence. Alright. Okay, let's see what we can see. It's a menu. Hi-Hat Cafe's menu. The sandwiches in here look delicious. Delicious. Oh, I see some kind of goop on the floor. The ground and wall look scorched. According to the PPB, Morpeko went berserk and used his aura wheel. Aura wheel changes type based on how Morpeko is feeling, right? Yep, when Morpeko's in hangry mode, it's a dark type move, and when Morpeko's in full belly mode, it's an electric type move. If Morpeko's aura wheel were electric type, that would have caused these scorch marks. But that would mean Morpeko stole someone's food even though it had a full belly. Yeah, you're right. What's going on here? Looks like we've checked out everything of note here. Let's see. Coffee. Just a cup of coffee. Nothing strange about that. That you know of. The cafe windows are polished to a shine. I'm pretty sure we've checked out everything here. Okay, so we've got everything there. Oh, it's that weird guy.
Tim, why imagine us running into each other again? Here of all places.
Huh, yeah, such a coincidence.
Pikachu's fur. Yes, I'm Charles Murlock, scientist and policy mastermind of Rhyme City. Where's your partner, Pikachu? Don't tell me you two had a falling out.
No.
Nothing like that.
I know you. You're the one who keeps meeting with my dad.
Well, well, the mayor's daughter. Well, Rhyme City has become rather dangerous lately. I know how much Howard worries about you. I suggest you head home soon.
And I suggest you mind your business.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
You've got a lot of explaining to do. What sort of ideas are you putting into Papa's head? And all of these Pokemon management measures, are they you're doing as well? Oh my, oh dear, it seems I've caught you in a bad mood. Perhaps we should speak some other time. If you'll excuse me, until next time. Suspicious. He left without answering a single question. You may have stirred it off a bit too strong.
Let's think.
Okay, open the casebook notebook and begin deducing. Okay. Let's use the information we've gathered to figure out what's going on with these Pokemon. Okay, so... do this Pokemon want people's belongings? Based on the testimony that a Pokemon took someone's valuables, the detained Pokemon may have acted out because they wanted people's belongings. Were this Pokemon upset about something? Are the Pokemon hungry? An innocent Pokemon being detained? According to their partners, the Pokemon were all detained for doing things they normally wouldn't do. They may have been framed for crimes that other Pokemon committed. Yeah, that's clearly it. None of the evidence left of the crime scene seemed like those things Pokemon would likely leave behind. That's true, and their partners were in shock because the Pokemon were accused of doing something completely out of character. Just like when Pikachu was arrested, the same thing keeps happening. There's photographic evidence for every crime, though. As strange as this all seems, it'll be difficult to convince the PPB that something's off. Every crime has photo evidence, and the Pokemon are behaving out of character. What if those Pokemon are being framed? What? What makes you say that? Ditto exists. Oh, sorry, I guess that's a pretty big claim. I can't say for sure. Still, a lot of things at the crime scenes just don't add up. I don't think we can rule it out just yet. If that is what's happening, I sure hope we can do something to help those Pokemon. Okay. It's strange that the PPB detains Pokemon based on little evidence without even investigating the crime scenes. Talk to the police for more information. Let's say for the moment that the PPB and the police are framing innocent Pokemon. If that's the case, what are they trying to accomplish? Are they just detaining Pokemon without doing thorough investigations, or is there more to it than that? I couldn't say why, but maybe detaining Pokemon isn't a means to an end. Maybe it's their actual goal. You mean the PPB and the police are just out there to pump up their numbers? Oh yeah, they got a quota, baby. Did they really have that little respect for Pokemon? Whoa, Rachel, wait a sec. We need to investigate a bit more before we draw up any conclusions. Things aren't quite adding up yet. You're right. Sorry, I got a little heated just now. It's okay. Let's start asking people in the city about the recent detainments. Sounds good. The people who should know the most about the Pokemon detainments are the Pokemon Protection Bureau and the police. But Inspector Holliday didn't know much of anything. Maybe we should ask some other police officers. Good idea. Let's do that. Okay, so we know that there are police officers actually back up this way. We can head there and ask them first. We had so many Pokemon detainment assignments lately, it's pretty shocking how much they've spiked.
Excuse me?
Actually, that's exactly what I'd like to ask you about. Huh? Fancy that. About Pokemon detainment. Is Pokemon detainment one of your assigned duties? Yes, it is. Recently, it feels like detaining Pokemon is all I do. Frankly, that's supposed to be the PPB's responsibility. But they're such a new organization, they don't have enough personnel, leaving police officers like me to pick up their slack. That sounds really tough. I'm sure your department already has enough on their plate. Well, I wouldn't say that. The official story is that the PPB was formed to assist the police, keep us from spreading ourselves too thin, that sort of thing. But between you and me, Rhyme City's never given us more police work than we can handle. Okay. I think the PPB was established as part of the mayor's vision for the city. But, and this goes without saying, working with people on Pokemon are two different ballgames. Yeah, people have their individual quirks, but at least they're all one species. Pokemon, on the other hand. Exactly. There's an infinite number of variables we need to be able to respond to in any given situation. Sometimes it all feels way above my pay grade, but with the direction the mayor and the PPB are taking things, there's not much I can do. Okay, what do you got to say? If danger rears its head, you can trust the Rhyme City Police to protect and serve.
Excuse me?
Sorry, I'd just like to ask a few questions if that's okay. Questions for me? I'm happy to answer anything I can. About Pokemon detainment. Is Pokemon detainment one of your assignments? Yes, it sure is. And we're being extra vigilant for the remainder of Pokemon Friendship Week. Mayor Myers has been promoting it a lot lately. Yes, he has. Pokemon Friendship Week was created in response to the R incident 2 years ago. Okay. It represents our ideals of peaceful coexistence with Pokemon. As officers of the law, we work hard to protect that peace. Oh, I see. The police are lucky to have an officer like you. If anything happens, we'll be there in no time, so you can put your mind at ease. Thanks to our state-of-the-art surveillance cameras we've begun using, not a single incident slips by unrecorded. Are the cameras really all that special? They are. Our cameras have captured the incriminating moment in every recent incident. I didn't notice any cameras up and about. Really, every last one. Are you sure that isn't just a coincidence? I'm sure those cameras are amazing, but that sounds too good to be true. We don't have a lot of surveillance cameras at our disposal, but the few we use are extremely effective. Okay, let's think. Are we going to deduce? Begin deducing. Let's think about whether there's anything strange about the PPB's activity. So, the PPB is overzealously detaining Pokemon to prevent future R incidents. Pokemon Friendship Week was established after the R incident. Maybe the PPB is overzealously detaining Pokemon because they're afraid of similar incidents happening again. The PPB is staging incidents. There are only a few surveillance cameras in the city, yet every incident was caught on camera. No matter how you slice it, that's too convenient to be coincidence. The PPB is too busy and rushing their investigations. A police officer said they've been busy lately because the number of Pokemon-related assignments have increased. They probably don't have enough personnel, so their investigations have gotten sloppy. I think it's the middle one. I think they're staging it, and I think they're using a Ditto to do it. Morpeko, Impidimp, Inteleon, and Pikachu. A lot of Pokemon have been detained in different places. Yet somehow, the few surveillance cameras in the city managed to film each one of them. Seems too good to be true. Not to mention the surveillance cameras caught the exact moment each crime was committed. Right, seems a bit too convenient. Maybe the PPB staged the crimes and filmed them. That's definitely a possibility. Okay. I think we got it. All this time I've just assumed there was another Pikachu, but now I'm having second thoughts. What do you mean? So many Pokemon have caused incidents and been detained in such a short time, and it seems that the incriminating detail for every one of these incidents has been captured on camera. Rather than finding a double for each and every one of these Pokemon, it would be much easier for them to use just one Pokemon capable of passing as any one of the others. If they had a Pokemon that could do that, if they had a Pokemon like that, it could explain how so many of these incidents occurred in such a short time. So what we should be looking for is a Pokemon that could look like other Pokemon. Ditto or Zoroark. That you've got two options. Right, let's ask around more. Even if the Pokemon Protection Bureau staged the incidents, the actual crimes have to have been committed by a Pokemon. All the partners of the detained Pokemon said the same thing. They're so convinced that their Pokemon would never commit the crimes they've been accused of. I can really only think of one possible explanation. A different Pokemon than the ones that were detained committed all of these crimes. We've got to find a Pokemon that can make itself look like other Pokemon. Yeah, let's go ask some folks in the city. It's Ditto! Come on! Criminy. Let's see. Maybe you have something to say? What do you want to ask? No, nothing new. No. What do you got yourself into, Impidimp? A Pokemon that can look like others.
Excuse me?
Can you think of any Pokemon able to make itself look like a different one? Yeah, I once met an old lady who had a Ditto for her partner. I'm pretty sure she even lived here on 2nd Avenue, if memory serves. Really? Thanks very much. Let's keep asking around. Okay, so we're looking for an old lady on 2nd Avenue. Is that far here again? Oh, running straight into light posts. Let's see. Maybe the other lady or the guy over here. Maybe he knows. Nope. An old lady on 2nd Avenue that has a Ditto. Nope. Oh, we'll try Fountain Plaza. Yeah, I guess because she lives on 2nd Avenue doesn't mean that she's going to be at 2nd Avenue. Let's see. This guy, does he know? He does not. He does not. How about this guy? Okay, a Pokemon that can look like others. Can you think of any Pokemon able to make itself look like a different one? Huh? I don't understand the question. We think a different Pokemon may have passed itself off as Morpeko. Oh, if that's true, then it'd mean Morpeko is innocent. But, well, I can't think of any Pokemon like that. Could you keep asking around? Maybe someone else will know. Alright, so not that guy. What about you? Whoop. You gotta know something. You go everywhere. I hope you'll come see us sing the next time. Okay, nope. What about this lady? How could this happen?
Excuse me?
Can you think of any Pokemon able to make itself look like a different one? I know some Pokemon that look like flowers or trees or what have you. Is that what you mean? No, I mean the Pokemon responsible for this may have passed itself off as Inteleon. Oh dear. I have heard that somewhere in the city is a Pokemon that knows the move Transform. But I don't know any more details than that. I guess it could be Mew. Just that detail is very helpful, thank you. Whatever this Pokemon is, it's somewhere in the city. Let's try to find it, Tim. Okay. Yeah, Mew, Zoroark, Ditto. That's it. Alright, Pig Knight. When we get to the campsite, you're in charge of getting a fire going. Oh, that's super useful. Can't go. No reason to go this way. Nope. No one could possibly know what we want to ask there. What do you have to say? Incidents have been on the rise lately. Take care of yourself out there. Excuse me, I'd like to ask about Pokemon detainment. Is something wrong? We're actually looking for people who have been handling Pokemon detainment. That's not one of my assignments. My duties keep me here at the station. Then how can we get in touch with someone who has been assigned to Pokemon detainment? Why don't you try asking the 2 officers in the parking lot out back? Okay, we already did that. So we got that info. Can't really think of anywhere else to go or who else to ask. Oh, Ditto dear! Haha! Did you hear someone calling for something? Ditto! Sorry, where can it be? Oh, I bet that's Ditto's partner. I think the voice is coming from back here. Let's go check. Is that you?
Excuse me?
Hello there. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Sure, go right ahead. I've been so lonely, it's nice to have a distraction. Aw, what's troubling you? What's wrong? Well, you see, my dear Ditto went missing a while ago. So that was your voice we heard just now. Yes, I've been looking for it everywhere, but I just can't find it. I'm worried sick. I hope it shows up again soon. Thanks for trying to cheer me up. I really do miss my Ditto. Ditto loves to play by using Transform. It turns into all sorts of things. But my little one isn't actually very good at using Transform. It can only imitate what it sees with its own eyes. Okay. Sometimes it gets the shape a bit wrong, but that just makes it even cuter. Huh. That poor woman. She said Ditto's been missing for a while now, right? I know it fits the profile for what we've been searching for, but could it really have gotten tangled up in all these incidents? It's possible, yeah. Is there any way to be sure? Yes, I can ask Pikachu. Ask Pikachu? Oh, yeah, it's about time for my visit with him. So I'll talk with... let's just go see how he's doing. Are you sure I can join in on the visit even though I'm not his partner? Yeah, it should be fine. Come on, let's go. Alright, and we will in the next episode. Hey, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully my voice was okay. I apologize if not. I'm really looking forward to catching you in the next one. But till then, take care. Bye.